So today, we have another awesomely fun double axe run. Except this time, we're running it with the Ranger. Gives us 100% crit chance, gives us 100% big damage. Because right now we're going to have that crit chance from the very beginning. But that is going to be insane damage from the very beginning. And holy moly, did you see that damage? But hey, check this run out and let me know what you think of this build. Okie dokie, let's go and jump some rank games with the Ranger and see just what we can do today. Now that's a wolf badge, which is kind of insane. Actually, crazy round one with a lot of items on sale. But first of all, let's grab a spear, increasing our DPS by quite a bit. Spear is going to be extremely awesome. I do also want to grab the card for now too. Now, should we actually take this wolf badge? Let's actually go ahead and grab it. Now, I'm going to just increase our spear along with the cards. I'm going to take the shiny shell for right now. And we could actually craft up a shell totem, which I actually am going to do for now. Because with the shell totem, it is going to be providing a lot of healing. And it's also going to give some power. Now, the card's not going to be doing anything right now, especially going to begin the setup. What this spear should potentially be able to carry us. And smashing. Fantastic even. And with that, I'm going to be grabbing ourselves a health pot. I do actually want to roll, and I do kind of want to grab this big old banana for now. However, I'm going to have to settle for this leather bag and this little garlic too. Now, we should prioritize having this set up so we can actually turbo delete some armor, because with those star slots, we should be able to deal a lot more damage. And we're going to preserve the banana and we're going to move on. And amazing, we're going to begin leather armor, so we should be able to smash that armor pretty quickly. Which should be awesome. We're going to get our battle edge, we should be able to heal back up with our health pot, which should be fantastic. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. Smashing even. And with that, we're going to be taking our banana. Should we take another sword and try to craft up another shell totem? Probably not. Let's leave it for now. I do want to roll once more, looking for more storage. We did get ourselves a little forging hammer if we do want to. And we can go for goobards. Mainly, a card goobard might be fantastic. But for now, let's go ahead and grab this. So we can actually move this in as much as possible. Fit that back in, and we might actually need this down here, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's going to be way, way better. We're going to be getting our goobards. We're going to be moving on. I'm actually going to leave the forging hammer for now, even though we could craft up dragon skull armor. But I do not actually want to spend gold on getting the forging hammer right now. But we should be in a much, much better spot. Much, much better spot. Now, we could take the forging hammer because we are stacking up on power too. But right now, this spear, this shell totem, doing a lot of work for us. And smashing. That's an axe. I'm going to sell our spear for now. And we're going to try go for double axe type build today. If we can achieve that. Let's go and add our goobards in this side. Let's flip this all the way to the other side. So we can have cards in along with our banana. And we're going to add this in this side, which is not going to be super ideal, but it is what it is. Now, Hellbot can't exactly go in, but I'm going to take another Lucky Clover. That way we get even more crit chance. And we're going to roll on. I do want to grab the stamina sack. And right now, we're going to move on. Now, I did take our health pot, which we probably should keep in, but the healing from the goobards along with a shell totem should potentially be able to keep us alive. We had double axe with the wolf badge with scaling crit chance. It does sound amazing. However, are we going to be able to make it? We'll just have to see. And so far, actually, awesome. Super, super fantastic. Now, that is a Hunger Blade, which would be pretty darn good too. But for now, let's grab our stamina sack. Let's go ahead and roll. That is going to be that crit chance, which I do want to grab. It's also going to be pair of gloves, increasing the speed of our axe even more. Now, I might actually sell our shell totem in favor of actually grabbing the pair of gloves right now, just increasing the speed of our axe even more. We can add our health pot, or we could sell our health pot to get that acorn collar, because that's going to be a lot of crit chance. It might actually be worthwhile. Let's go ahead and do it. A lot of value gone though, that is the problem. A lot of value gone, that is the problem, but we should be in a much, much better position with this setup, because now with 2 acorn collars, that is going to be 10% crit chance on our axe, which is going to be fantastic. It just means that scaling damage is going to be a little bit faster. However, we did lose our healing and our power, which is going to be a little bit more scary. And we're going all in on this single axe for right now, increasing speed as much as possible. And we'll see. Can we outpace this other ranger? And so far, actually, not looking too great for us. Just fell short right at the end. which is super, super unfortunate. Now with that, I'm actually going to grab the health pot that we literally sold. I'm going to roll. We could get this. That would be fantastic, but I do actually want to try to get this double axe going. So I'm going to roll quite a bit. We could take another acorn collar, which would be amazing. I'm going to grab another lucky clover. Let's continue roll. And there's axe on sale for 3 along with it unidentified amulet, which is going to be amazing for sure. We could sell 1 lucky clover, but that's going to be a lot of crit chance. I do actually want to keep all these. We could sell our health pot, but I do want to keep this because once in battle rage, we can heal back up. Banana is definitely going to have to stay in. That is without a doubt something that is going to have to be in. But we are going to have to craft this up this round. So unfortunately, we're going to say goodbye to our health pot. It is what it is. We're going to be taking out 1 luck, which is unfortunate. We should be in a much, much better standing. I'm actually going to unreserve the healing herbs for right now then. And we're going to move on. Now with double axe with that crit chance, this could be insane. And we'll see. Can we make this work? However, so far can we take on this pyromancer? They're dealing a lot of damage to us. We do have that bat rage. We can answer back. And smashing. Fantastic even. And talking about being fantastic, we got ourselves an eye lamp, which is going to increase the accuracy on that double axe. So first of all, we're going to be grabbing fanny pack. We're going to be grabbing this too. It does mean we're 1 gold short and grabbing this on his infant amulet. But for now, we're going to move on. We're going to save this. And we're not adding in our gloves because we're going to have our eye lamp in this position. We have our wolf badge targeting all of these items. And with that, we should be able to scale up our damage pretty fast with our double axe. And it's going to be quite close, but smashing. We definitely need to increase our stamina. Now, which subclass should we actually go for? We can go for the Meg Clover. That way we get 100% crit chance pretty fast by stacking up a lot of luck. We can go for the Piercing Arrow, which I'm honestly genuinely thinking about going with, because that is going to be massive damage. It means all that's getting damage is going to be amplified by about 40% more. Useless Leaf, we don't use mana, nor do we want regen. Big Boulder Trees could be kind of nice with our setup right now, but it's not going to be that great. Poison Ivy doesn't make sense. We're not stacking up spikes. So honestly, we're going to be taking Piercing Arrow. So for this round, we could craft up Card Goober 2. Which honestly, I'm going to go ahead and do. Let's grab this Unidentified Amulet. Hope it's going to be something good. Amulet of Life, which might not be too bad. However, I do actually want to grab this Acorn Collar. I do want to roll. Let's roll again. And I do want to get that healing reduction. Now we do want to add in a wolf badge because it does give us battle rage and it does give us that extra scaling damage on our double axe, which should be amazing. Now unfortunately, we do need it in our banana, so should we sell our gloves? Honestly, let's sell our gloves and this for now, so we can actually add in our banana. Now, unfortunately, we're going to rock with this setup. That way we have super fast trigger speed on our Piercing Arrow with our eye lamp and our carrots along with our double axe. Now this second acorn collar is not going to be in, which is going to be kind of rough, but it is what it is. And we'll move on. And we'll see. We should have crazy scaling crit chance. Once we add in our second acorn collar, we should be able to scale up our crit chance even faster. And that double axe is dealing crazy damage. The problem with losing the cards is we do lose out on a good bit of triggers for our Piercing Arrow, which is super unfortunate. We're going to take these for now, and we're going to actually slightly add these in over this side. Now, I do want to grab the cap. I do actually want to grab this Corrupted Crystal, but I do want to roll once. And we'll settle for taking blueberries too. It's not the most ideal food item, but we will take it because it is going to be super fast trigger speed for our card goobers. It's going to be 1 slot, and it only costs 2 gold. So we're going to take it for now. So with that, we're going to be scaling up on power. We're going to be removing those debuffs. Our double axe is going to be dealing that. And holy moly, did you see that damage? I'll blink for a second. And yeah, that double axe did crazy damage there. Which is absurd, for sure. But anyways, let's go and craft this up. Let's go and buy these blueberries. Let's go ahead and roll. And that's more lucky clovers, which I'm going to grab. I do actually want to reserve this leather bag. And we are going to move on. Now, we actually do not need to be stacking up this much lucky clovers. Because right now we're going to have that crit chance from the very beginning. But that is going to be insane damage from the very beginning. And holy moly, did you see that damage? Instant craziness. Okay, speaking of craziness, we're going to be taking this. We could get tanky by taking this leather armor. We're going to settle for the gloves for now. However, we could take the armor set and place it in right now, just to be a little bit tankier. I think that's going to be our best bet. Now, it does mean we're going to lose a lot of crit chance from 75% down to 50%. However, we're going to scale up that crit chance pretty darn fast with this piercing arrow. The red armor set going to keep us alive just long enough to deal that big burst damage. But awesome, we managed to make it towards the end with 5 lives. Let's have a quick little DPS check. And honestly, 30 DPS at this point in the game is not too bad. Heals, we are non-existent with heals. With block, we have a little bit of block. So we do need to get a little bit stronger. And we do need to get a lot stronger. We either do crazy burst damage or we try to get super defensive. But I do believe we can actually take this a lot further. Speaking of a lot further, let's go and take a stamina sack. We might actually want a second banana just for right now so we can actually increase the speed of our double axe just a little bit even. Let's grab the banana, let's roll. That's a spike collar, that's another acorn collar, that's also Wumpertinger. I'm going to grab the Wumpertinger. Now at this point I might actually sell our Amulet of Life in favor of actually taking the spike collar. With that I'm going to roll once more. And we could take this Forging Hammer to get that Battle Rage, that Dragon Skill Armor. That does seem pretty good. For sure. But we're going to move on. Now we could also get that Glowing Crown. We probably should have actually, because then we could stack up enough mana to get that vulnerability. But again, we're increasing the speed of our double axe. That way we can just continuously burst down our opponents. And it should be fantastic. Smashing. However, we did want to get our Warp Singer, but for this round, we're going to be taking these Pushables. As we are going to be crafting up this into a Dragon Skull Armor. We're going to be adding this in more Lucky Clovers. Let's go ahead and roll. I'm going to take a second Blueberries for now. Let's roll once more. And that is a Wumpertinger on sale for 6. Which is going to be absurd. I will take this fanny pack though. And I will slot it in this position for right now. And with that, we are increasing the speed of our double axe even more. And unfortunately, without adding in our Wumpertinger, could be at a bit of a disadvantage with this double axe. Now we are going to begin a burst build, so we could be punished pretty hard. However, who's going to have the better burst builds? They are, unfortunately. For sure. We're trying to be a little bit more tanky as right now. Now we did use up this Forging Hammer. We could actually sell it right now. We don't exactly need it anymore unless we get another Dragon Skull Armor, which would be awesome. We did get another pair of gloves, and we could take this to help with our stamina. Which we're going to sell a Forging Hammer, even though that would be fantastic with card goobards. Let's take a Rogue Potion. Let's go and roll once. That's a cheese. That's also Glowing Crown, which I actually will grab at this point. And once again, we're going to move on for now. Now with Wumpertinger in, we should be in a much better standing, because our stamina shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now we do also want to increase the speed of it even more. We get that Battle Rage, we take a lot less damage, and we deal that big damage and turn back. And smashing. Insanely fantastic. Now we're going to take the Potion Belts, which does mean we cannot take our Glowing Crown unless we get rid of a Rogue Potion. Which at this point, I'm actually going to get rid of. I know I spent a lot of gold on it, but I do want to add in a Glowing Crown to this position because it's going to be super fast trigger speed for our Piercing Arrow. And it's also going to give us invulnerability once we reach up 10 mana. However, we do have to reach up 10 mana is going to be a little bit more difficult. Now with our setup, we're going to move this over this way, and then we're going to increase the speed of our double axe even more. And we might have actually wanted to keep in our stamina potion for these gloves. And that's going to be another set of gloves, which I'm actually not going to take for right now. I do want to keep moving on with this setup. We should try to get invulnerability with our Glowing Crown. We may actually want to take that Mana Orb to try and get there a little bit faster. But we'll see, our opponent is stacking up a lot of debuffs on us. We do cleanse it with our card goobards. And with that, it's going to be quite close, but smashing. Just keeping ahead. Double axe doing fantastic. Double axe doing a fantastic. Now with the Glowing Crown in and the card goobards, we do cleanse a lot of debuffs. Poison still stacked up quite a bit, but with our luck stacking, with our eye lamp, it does mean our double axe is always going to be hitting no matter what. We do have the Captain's Comfort in to try and reduce some healing bills, and with that, we're going to be moving on once again. And we could take a second Glowing Crown, but I actually don't think it's going to be worth it. Now we could get our Stamina Potion back, but I'm going to take Corrupted Crystal for now. I do want to roll, and we might actually take this for now. We'll slot that in. Move this down. That's going to be a little bit faster of a double axe. Now we do want to roll. That's cheese. That could be Skeleton Max Life first. We could also get another Lucky Clover. We don't exactly need more Lucky Clovers, to be quite honest. But I'm actually going to grab it anyway. I'm going to continue rolling. Now we could take an extra card. because with all this, we could be stacking up even more power. Not going to take it. I do actually want to grab this bloody amulet. That way we get a little bit of vampirism. And it's also going to make our double axe even faster. However, can we go up again this build? They're going to have crazy damage output with their whole setup. And they do resurrect. So unfortunately, they managed to just outpace us completely. Which is super, super unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's go and craft up vampire gloves for sure. Let's go and roll. And we could take this unidentified amulet. Might as well. What's it going to be? The amulet of energy. We could use this on our double axe to actually make this trigger a little bit faster. It's kind of awesome now. Do you want to roll? Let's keep it going. And there's that cap. If you do want to craft it up, we need to get it this round. It is the final round to craft. I would love to grab it just so our opponent has a hell of a lot more healing reduction. 60% healing reduction is quite large, to be quite honest, compared to 30%, and also nullifies quite a lot of their buffs. However, we would have to sell way too much to make this work. We could sell one of our acorn colors along with our amulet of energy and one lucky clovers, but that's losing a hell of a lot of crit chance, which I'm not willing to part with. So unfortunately, I'm actually going to let go of the capitulates. And we could also take another bloody amulet, that way we get a little bit more vampirism, and I would love to craft up another set of vampire gloves, that would be fantastic too. But I'm actually going to reserve it, and we're going to move on. And we'll see. Can we survive going up against Staff of Healing? They're going to have a crazy amount of healing, potentially. They're going to be stacking up a lot of buffs, they're going to be removing our buffs, actually don't have a Mrs. Fortune. So we could be kind of lucky facing this opponents. However, they're dealing a lot of damage to us. We do have that battle rage. We're answering back with big damage. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. One more hit there and we actually would have won. So unfortunately, we just fell short once again. However, with the vampire gloves, we should be in a much better standing. We're going to take our own vampire gloves. I'm actually going to continue roll. And we could honestly take this mana orb. We can take that mana orb. That way we can get to that vulnerability. Which actually I'm going to take. Which does mean we're going to be losing a little bit of crit chance. It is what it is. But this should be much better. And we'll see. Now, to be honest, it did fall short towards the end. That's where the double axe does actually kind of fail a lot. It's pretty good early on, but then after a while, it just starts to fall off. But with the piercing arrow, it was a ton of fun, to be quite honest. And also, the card goobards, kind of fun, but definitely could have been better using a light goobards or different type of goobards. But yeah, this build was a ton of fun. Definitely could have been way better. But the double axe is a lot of fun. It's a fantastic weapon. It's not the most strongest weapon in the game, but it's still a lot of fun. Is this actually going to be good enough? Can we win out? We'll just have to see. Now, we are going to begin a crazy looking setup with 3 Whopper Tingers. They're going to be stacking up a crazy amount of spikes. However, we'll see. We're dealing that big damage. We're nullifying a lot of buffs. They're answering back. They do have Battle Rage too. However, look at that. We got their vulnerability. And smashing. Big damage to finish it off. And actually, adding in our vulnerability helped significantly facing its opponents. Because they did stack up quite a bit of their life too. But let's have a quick little DPS check before we move on. After 12 seconds, we managed to deal 60 DPS with the double axe, which is pretty darn good. Now, definitely could be way better, but still not too bad compared to our opponent's DPS being 30. But yeah, our healing right now was just 110, which is not too great. Now, block, non-existent, 40 for the Dragon Skull Armor. But our main layer defense was the damage mitigation from the Dragon Skull Armor, along with the invulnerability. And our final layer defense was turbo smashing with our double axe. But still, this build was a ton of fun. Rocking the piercing arrow, double axe. We did survive with 2 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we got. We did survive with 2 lives. What are we going to get? Plus 13. Ranks up quite a bit. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope you keep looking for the next one. See you next time.